So we talked about a little bit about you, but how did you get your inspiration to start your company at
Um,
16, nonetheless?
yeah, good question. Well, pretty much what happened is after I came up, I made the driving logbook program for my course. I tried to sell it to the roads and traffic authority, so like the road people, like about seven of them, so for each state throughout Australia. I tried to push it. I emailed, called them, sent them letters, some of them, and yeah, after a few months of persisting, I could see that there was like no end in sight. Like I could see if I was going to keep going, nothing would have sort of happened. So I left that. A few months later, I got an iPhone, and before I bought the iPhone, I saw the apps on like my friend's iPhone. So I'm like, got to come up with like a pretty cool app.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got the iPhone, came up with two ideas that at least I thought were good. I went to two different app development companies to say, hey, I'm a 16-year-old kid. I've clearly got no money, but would you be interested in developing these ideas for free on a profit sharing basis? And after like screwing me around and stuff, I got a quote from one of them for $70,000 for one of the apps. 70,000, like seven zero.
Yeah, that you were gonna have to pay?
Yeah,
What?
but they quoted me for that app when I said I've got no money, so I don't know why they bothered.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what happened, and then I obviously didn't go ahead with that.
Yeah.
um, and then about a month or two, about a month passed. Then I came up with about 30 or 40 different app ideas from my original two. I just spoke to my family. They said, "Hey, get in touch with a guy called Hilton. His like family friend's been in IT for like since he was like 12. Now he's like 40 something."
Wow.
Um, I got in touch with him. He came over. I've seen him like a few times, like family dinners and stuff. Yeah, I saw him. He came over. I told him all of my ideas. He liked them. We thought we'd start off with just like a little small idea that would like be really easy to make.
Right.
And we weren't really planning on making money or anything, but we made I Parked Here. And yeah, it turned out it was in like the top 10 apps on iTunes, and it got me on TV and radio and stuff.
Yeah. Wow. So that's a free app, right?
No, I Parked Here is paid.
Yeah. Really? How did that work out? Did you guys
Yeah,
split?
well, we made it free for like the first few months or something, and then we
Oh,
made it paid, and it was in top 10 apps on iTunes when it was paid.
wow.
So, yeah. Do you have an iPhone or anything?
I do. I'm using it.
Okay, do you want a free copy of I Parked Here?
Yeah, of course. That'd be awesome. See. Yeah, no, but I told you earlier that my sister has the app, and she was like super
Yeah,
excited that I
that's
got.
so exciting. Do you
Yeah.
know where she heard about it from?
I don't know. Maybe it was like a word of mouth or being on the top 10. I'm sure she could have just looked it up.
Oh, it was on the top 10 in the Australian App Store. It was probably in the top 200 or something in the US one, so I don't know, she probably just saw
I
it
mean, it's
somewhere.
definitely a need-based app though. So like, like she probably thought like, man, I wish, and then she looked it up, and then she found it,
Yeah, possibly,
which
because,
is great. So
yeah.
all right, so you before you were even in college, but now you are in college. What are you studying?
Bachelor of IT.
IT. What do you plan on getting from a bachelor's in IT when you've already done so much outside of the university?
A few things. I think uni's great.
Yeah.
The uni courses are not really my thing. I don't like doing the work. I don't like doing the work. Um, but like one or two of the subjects that I'm doing are relevant to what I do. They'll tell me about the more technical stuff about what my company does
Hmm.
and my developers do, but I don't know about it, and I really should know about it.
um, so for your team, you assembled them how? Is there a database that you're using that collects these people?
I've found each of them from a different place. So one of them I found, one of them just happened to be one of my dad's customers and was doing a job there and spoke about my apps, and the guy said, hey, I'm also an app developer. One of them I found, have you heard of like jailbreaking an iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of them, I've got a lot of ideas for apps, about 40 extra of them, like 30, 40 that Apple won't accept in the App Store, but the Cydia, it'll be accepted on the Cydia store, which is like for jailbroken
Mm-hmm.
iPhones.
Right.
So I contacted about 40 or 50 developers for Cydia apps to try and work with them. Um, Now I work with one of them. The kid's amazing. He's younger than me. He's like 16 years old, and it's just incredible how good he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I found him from there. I found someone from like a free classified ad website, which is
wow.
probably like the dodgiest place you can find someone.
Yeah.
I found another guy from elance.com, which if you haven't heard of it, it's like freelancer.com, which you've probably heard.
Yeah. If you could, I guess to kind of switch gears, if you could go back and either give yourself advice or someone who's going to be coming up in your shoes, what kind of advice would you give them?
Meet as many people as you can. Meet people that are where you want to be. Meet people that have already been there, done that, and don't be afraid to ask people for advice that are much more knowledgeable than you. I still do that. I still meet as many people as I can. I ask for advice from people, annoy people. But I don't think I annoy them, I hope. But yeah, I'm not afraid to ask for help. And it's really good too. Everyone makes mistakes. Some people make mistakes and think, oh shit, I failed. Other people, like me, after you've made a mistake, I love making mistakes because it allows me to learn for next time, so I won't make the same mistake again.
Right.
Except when you speak to people, that's why I said it's good to meet people who've been there, done that experience. You can ask them for advice so you don't make those mistakes. But then after making the mistakes, if you do, it's great to make mistakes and to fail.
Excellent advice. Do you have any regrets?
Possibly nothing. I can't think of anything.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, that works out.
I'm not being arrogant. I'm sure there's there is a lot of stuff I can improve on, but
Right.
not off the top of my head.
Okay. And it seems like you're completely comfortable with working outside of the traditional space. You work by yourself and you're motivated. Is there something that you think you can? Is that shareable? Can other people do that?
You need to be passionate. If you're not passionate about what you do, then, as I said, you shouldn't be doing it, and you're not going to be comfortable with what you're doing if you're not passionate, and you're not going to be happy. But if you're passionate about what you do, if you love what you do, then nothing's out of your comfort zone. You'll be happy to just drive ahead and not stop.